What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today, and I'm bringing you a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 commentary. We're going to be going over some tips and tricks today on perk packages. I have made perk packages for each and every playstyle I think that is important to cover, as well as a perk package for new players that I think will really help you guys out as you get used to the game, especially if you have not played a Call of Duty game before. So I think that you will find these tips and tricks useful. Anyways, I've noticed that about 90% of my viewers right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to become a part of the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We already reached over 1,000 subs. I thank each and every one of you who are subbed to the channel and new subscribers coming to the channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into these perk packages, because I feel that they are going to be very important for you guys, especially because you cannot edit your perks on the fly this year. You have to make them into packages, and then you can switch your packages in match, but you have to make them into packages first. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. Starting off with our first perk package, we're going to have the new player package. I designed this to help new players get accustomed to the game without having to worry about being spammed by explosives and tacticals and all that kind of stuff. So that's the point where we're running Bomb Squad and Battle Hardened. It's just so that way, you aren't getting noob tubed by a rocket launcher, or you aren't getting constantly stunned and flashed, because a lot of the time in this game, people are using a lot of their tactical equipment, and they do last a very long time, so having a little bit of resistance to that is quite nice. I also gave new players fast hands as their bonus perk, and the reason being is I feel that it is very essential for a new player to have quick reloads, because your aim is likely not going to be good, and you are going to have to learn how to aim, and you're going to have to learn how to control recoil. And I don't want you guys to spend too much time focusing on reloading your weapon rather than being able to get that practice in for shooting your gun. So I think it's very important that you put fast hands on your class. And finally, I have the high alert perk, and the reason this is on is because new players are not going to be accustomed to knowing where their enemies are going to be coming from based off spawn knowledge, map traffic, all that kind of stuff. So having high alert on is going to let you know that anybody that is aiming at you that is not running the cold-blooded perk will highlight the outer edges of your screen in the direction that they are looking at you from, which will basically tell you, hey, you need to get to cover, or hey, maybe I should turn around and see who is looking at me and try to kill them. So I think that's going to be the best bet for new players that are brand new to this franchise, and I would say give that a shot. Next up, we have the Objective Player perk package, and this is for all of you out there that really like playing the objective heavily. So I'm going to recommend, again, Battle Hardened and Bomb Squad, because we're not going to want to get spammed with explosives and flash grenades and all that kind of stuff, because we need to see the people that are pushing us, especially whenever we're trying to play the objective. So I'd highly recommend having as much resistance as possible in your base perks. And then for your bonus perk, I'm going to recommend Cold-Blooded. The reason for this is because if the enemies are getting kill streaks and your team is on the losing side, and maybe the enemies are putting up a lot of streaks, it's going to be easier for you guys to capture objectives without having VTOL jets, sentry guns, and all that kind of stuff targeting you. So it's going to make it a lot easier for you guys to capture objectives rather than being killed by AI kill streaks. And then finally, we have the Overclock field upgrade, and this is because I think it is very important for objective players to be running something like a trophy system or the DDoS field upgrade, some sort of field upgrade that is really going to help assist you guys in capturing the objective. So having 2 charges is really useful, as well as getting a charge on earning this perk, and you get to charge your field upgrades 40% faster. So it's really going to help assist you guys play the objective, and I think that this is going to be your best bet for your perk package. If you're looking to be a support teammate who's going to make sure that the map is clear of UAV spam, counter UAVs, equipment, all that kind of stuff, and you really just want to help out your team whenever it comes to winning the game, then this is going to be a perk package for you. So we're going to have smoke grenades on for this, so I would highly recommend running smoke grenades whenever you use this perk package, and that's the reason we're spawning in with an extra smoke grenade with extra tactical. And we also have strong arm on, so that way we can block off lines of sight with our smoke grenade that's a little bit further away. And the reason this is important is because I tailored this class for people who really like to shoot down UAVs and counter UAVs for extra score, as well as to help out their team, so that way streaks aren't starting to get racked up against you. If you guys don't know, UAVs are one of the crucial elements to the game that starts people earning their kill streaks, because they're going to have a significant advantage knowing where you're at. However, if you have someone on your team that likes to shoot down streaks for extra score, and I would highly recommend, by the way, if you are running this perk package, put on the score streak system rather than the kill streak system. And what you want to do is you want to press R2 on your controller whenever you are in the kill streak selector menu, because whenever you shoot down kill streaks, you will earn score. So a little bonus tip for you guys there. But having spotter on is going to let us see these UAVs and all the equipment with ease. It's also going to put UAVs on your radar, so you'll have to just look at your radar and look up in the sky, and it's much easier to see where they're at to shoot them down. And we have the ghost perk, so that way we are not being targeted by players running around trying to look for those dots that are on the UAV. So this is going to help keep you alive and to even earn maybe some streaks of your own to help support your team. Next up, we have the Rushers perk package, and this is for people who just like to absolutely run around and try to kill everything that they see and just want constant action on the map and try to maybe get some kill streaks, stay alive, or just run at everything and, like I said, just shoot at whatever it is. So if you're a rusher, this is going to be the best perk setup for you. So running double time is going to give you more attack sprint, which is going to allow you to get around the map faster. Also, if you need to crouch and strafe while crouching, you're going to have 30% increased crouch movement speed. The bomb squad perk is going to make sure that you're not dying to claymores and proximity mines, so it's very helpful for going up against defensive players. And having fast hands is going to make sure that you're always reloaded and have enough ammo in your clip, so there's not a lot of downtime for that. Finally, we have the quick fix perk on, because after each kill you get, if you're rushing and you're really close to all the enemies where they're at and their spawns and all that kind of stuff, you might take some damage in a gunfight. So having quick fix on is going to help you regenerate health as soon as you finish a kill, which is going to give you a significant advantage against another enemy that might be thinking that you're weak. For our stealth package, we're going to be running Tracker, because Tracker hides kill icons whenever you kill an enemy. So they will not see those little skulls that pop up on the screen if you kill somebody there, because that's what this perk is going to do, which makes you just a little bit harder to track, no pun intended. Double time is going to help you run around the map a lot quicker, which is going to also allow you to escape from situations, because you're going to have more attack sprint, which is very useful, especially whenever you're using the Dead Silence field upgrade. And we're also going to have cold-blooded, so that way streaks, thermals, high alert, none of that's going to be targeted. We're going for a full stealth build here, so very important perk. And then finally ghost, so that way no UAVs, heartbeat sensors, and things along that line will target you. Next up on the list, we have the Sniper perk package, and this is going to be for all of you people that are playing Ground War or Invasion especially, and you like to snipe in here. So for your base perks, you want double time, and the reason for this is not so much for the tactical sprint, but for the crouch movement speed, because if you're trying to strafe back and forth and try to wiggle a little bit, if you're trying to counter snipe, you don't want to be a sitting duck, because you'll just be an easy target for that enemy to hit. So if you want to wiggle a little bit, it's going to increase your crouch movement speed by 30%, especially, like I said, if you need to crouch for an angle. So that's really helpful. And then we also want to have overkill on, so that way we can have a good backup weapon, such as a submachine gun or a shotgun. This is also really good if you're working on your camo challenges. You can use a sniper and then have a close quarters weapon as well. So I'd highly recommend working on that at the same time. For a bonus perk, we have the focus perk on, and this is so that way we reduce the flinch whenever we're being shot at, so that way we can have a better chance of staying on target, as well as we will get some extra breath hold duration, which means that you can steady your scope for quite a bit more time. And finally, for our last perk, we are going to have high alert on, so that way we know that whenever enemies are looking at us, especially if you're one of those types of snipers that like to lay back behind your own teammates' lines and try to pick people off that are pushing your team. So if you have high alert on, you'll know someone's looking at you out of your view, and you'll be able to quickly adjust accordingly for that situation. If you're someone who wants to go for higher tier kill streaks, then this is the perk package for you. Starting off, we're going to be using the scavenger perk, so that way we are well equipped with ammo. Next, we're also going to have the tracker perk, so that way we are hiding those death icons that we talked about earlier, so that way we are harder to find. Our bonus perk is going to be hardline, so that way our kill streak score is reduced by 1, or our score streak score is reduced by 125. And our ultimate perk is going to be ghost, so that way we're not being red dot chased whenever a UAV is up. And this is going to lead us into our final perk package. This is the Defender perk package. This is someone who likes to, well, let's say for a lack of better terms, they're one of Joe Setcott's Sentinels. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So if you like to play defensive, I got a little perk set up for you. First, we're going to be using Battle Hardened and EOD, so that way people are going to be spamming rockets or flash grenades, stun grenades, whatever it is they're trying to get you out of the position, you'll have some resistance to that. On top of that, we're going to have the resupply perk, so that way you can get as much equipment as you can get within, of course, recharging in 25 seconds. Finally, we have the Eagle Eye perk, and this one is important rather than Ghost. If you are sitting somewhere and you're fortifying that position, everyone's going to know you're there, so there's no reason to have Ghost. Instead, you should have the Eagle Eye perk, because the Eagle Eye perk is going to essentially buff your radar, giving you more information on whenever your enemies are coming, because it's going to make it so that normal red dots on the minimap are going to have a directional indicator whenever a UAV is called in, and on top of that, it's going to zoom out the radar, as well as, of course, give you one local sweep whenever you earn this perk. But anyways, those are going to be my recommended perk packages for people of all different playstyles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it helped you guys out, and if it did, be sure to go ahead and drop a rating, as well as consider subscribing to the channel, so that way you don't miss a video about different topics that I will be covering. On this channel, I give tips and tricks, so if that is your forte, then I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, and have a great day.